Hello there guys, and welcome back to Reborn Michael Watson. Today we're talking about again another wonderful breakdown of the great spiritual and psychological texts of the Bible. In this one we're going to break down the true art of manifestation, how it's explained in such a wonderful way in the Bible, and actually one I've never seen before. See, I was brought up Catholic, guys, and it was never taught to me like this, but when you start to look beyond it as a factual text and start to see it as a deeper spiritual dive, you really start to see the true imagery of how we can use it as a wonderful tool to create heaven on earth. Before we go into it, please do like, share and subscribe and comment down below, okay? Now there's so much I want to talk about today, but I think I'm just going to go into it like this, okay? I'm going to make another video about heaven on earth and its inner meaning, you know? So before we go into this one, we're talking about the inner meaning of marriage in the Bible and what it actually means to create, manifest and bring your desires forth. Okay, I've just said like, share and subscribe. I just want to remind you also to join my free Facebook group, The Healing Circle, where we're healing, creating, manifesting, doing little challenges and wonderful things together. So let's go into it. The Bible teaches us a great many things. This one on manifestation has slipped past many people. And now I am obviously inspired by the great Neville Goddard and Joseph Murphy. I deep dive into the Bible and I want to tell you about how you can unlock infinite treasures within you by using this parable to your greatest good, okay? So in the Bible it says about marriage. Man marries the wife, be faithful. It's actually a sin to be adulterate. To go outside of marriage in that way. Actually, think about it. It's a sin of the mind, I want to tell you instead. Rather than it being a physical sin of the flesh, it's a sin of the mind, and I'm going to explain why. In the Bible, when it says the husband is head of the wife, what that actually means is not that the man is better than woman. Let's take out sex in this totally. You know, let's be neutral in this one, you know. So, man is the thought, wife is the feeling. Thought precedes feeling. That's the first one, okay? So thought precedes feeling. Man is head of the wife, okay? In marriage, it's about a union of the man and the wife, the thought and the feeling, okay? So you must align the thought and the feeling to have a harmonious, we'll have a marriage. Then, the idea then is to stay faithful to that marriage, no matter what you see in front of you, you see? So the thought is the first step. The feeling is the second step. Now, going into that then, you bring them together in a harmonious marriage and you stay faithful to the desired outcome, regardless of what's going on. Think about it in life. If you're in a marriage, whether that's whoever it is, husband, wife, you know, whatever marriage, if you're in a union and you keep looking at others outside of your marriage, there's going to become a discord. You know, there's no harmony in the marriage then, and you're going to separate. There's going to be problems, issues. So this is the same with the thought and the feeling. You must keep them aligned and harmonious to create. Okay. Then the next step is that after a while, you have the idea of the manifestation, you align the thought and the feeling, and you give birth to that manifestation, or children, you see? So the children are the manifestation. So, you know, we are the childs of God, as it says. We're the manifestation of that initial thought idea of creation in the deeper mind. Okay, so now that we know that we have that inner power within us because we are made in the likeness of God, we know that now my thought and my feeling mixed together can have a wonderful manifestation. Now, the next step is even better about this though. Think about it like this, and Neville Goddard explains this really clearly. If I've got 3 physical children, not just my manifestations, you know, but in that process, there is a time frame that you have to wait. So once my wife comes to me and says, I'm pregnant, I don't go, you know, let's try and get pregnant. We need to get pregnant, you know. I actually accept the idea that we're pregnant. So you must accept the idea that once you have laid the thought and the feeling down, that the experience is already impregnated in the deeper conscious mind. So now it must manifest into physicality, but you need to give it its time to manifest. So we must have that patience. Yes? So this is explaining it all, and I love this imagery because it makes it so simple and so clear. So then we have these children. Now the thing is, if you want these children to be children that you desire, luckily, I'm not talking about your own children now or mine. Luckily I feel very blessed with my wonderful children, but they become the image of you. So if you want peace and harmony in your life, then you must create peace and harmony in you. What it is saying is that the inner marriage and union of the thoughts and feelings, the conscious and the subconscious, is how we give birth to the life that we want. Now, if you keep saying, well, I can't afford that, I'm not healthy enough to do this, I will never be able to do that again, then look what children you're creating, look what manifestations you're having, look at your marriage, it's not harmonious. So we want to look at harmonious marriage. We want to stop being adulterers and start to really be convinced by, I'm going to sneeze, 2 seconds. I saved it. For some reason I want to sneeze in here today. But do you see where I'm coming from, guys? So we're going to ourselves, right, adultery is one of the 10 deadly sins, but it's not a sin that's going to send you to hell. It's a sin that's going to stop you from being able to manifest your desired life. That's just a sin of the mind. You're going against the law and order of creation. That's why it's a sin, because you are going against, you are not being faithful to your imagery. Now the thing is, obviously, if you're faithful enough to your woes and your lack, then that will become your experience. So you're being faithful in some way, but adulterous towards your actual desired outcome. So we must learn then, how do I stay focused on my desired outcome? Well, the truth here is that we need to lay any worries, any fears, any doubts onto the deeper mind. So we say, I give up these worries. I hand them over to God, knowing that they are divinely taken care of. When I wanted to meet my now wonderful, beautiful wife, I said, I give up the search now, bring me who I'm meant to be with. And that was it. That intention laid, and if you've seen my previous videos, you know how we met. Now we've got to go like this. I let go of any idea of lack. I let go of any idea of ill health. You see, ill health, lack, all of this, it's just been a thought image in the mind that has been felt with feeling and manifested over time and become one of our children of birthed into our life and experience. Now the wonderful thing is you can change that experience by changing the thought image in your mind and the feeling. Okay, now I'm not asking you to be insanely grateful even though you're going through troubles. I'm asking you to know that the divine within you is actually peace. So if you can come to a peaceful, quiet mind, quiet the body, you allow the natural flow of good to come to you. So that is all your job is. So you get in, and once you're in that idea, thought and feeling will come together in a harmonious marriage very easily. So when you make little intentions, like last night when I was sleeping in bed, I was like, I'd love a few people to sign up to some of my courses, I want to help more people. And I wake up to 3 or 4 people signed up to courses of mine. And I find that really beautiful because there's no force on my behalf. There's only people finding what they need and applying themselves to it. So there's a beautiful harmonious marriage there again. So you see, keep the idea of marriage in your mind. Harmonious connection. That's what marriage is. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share and subscribe. Comment down below if it was helpful. And I'll see you on the next one, my spiritual warriors. Take care.